myself
Do you want the screen facing to you or
I'm
not?
the video intern, so I know how things work.
Do you want
Bloopers.
bloopers,
Okay.
baby?
Should I walk it? Nah, we're good. Okay. Okay. Bloopers. Action. Alright. Hey guys, my name's Mara and welcome to Vertical Bleh. Vertical Bleh. See?
That's going on there.
Oh god.
Welcome to virtual.
Okay. Bloopers. Hey guys, my name is Mara and welcome to our first virtual club. I hope you had a very happy Thanksgiving. Sit tight, grab some of your favorite snacks, and welcome to club. Here's Jordan for our raffle.
Hey guys, I'm here to show you the 3 different raffle prizes this week. We've got 3 different lanyards, great colors, great quality. We've got a Frisbee where you can throw it, you can eat chili out of it, turn over like a plate. Those of you who watch Parks and Rec, you'll get my reference. Last one is a hat, handmade by a machine. Can't get better quality than this. So those of you that are watching, you are eligible to win these prizes, and they will be posted tomorrow on Instagram. Right, Mike?
Instagram.
Sweet. Tune in.
Hey guys, my name's Chad, and I'm a dad. No, but seriously, I'm a dad. And I'm here to tell you guys a couple of dad jokes today, so I hope you're ready. You know, I'm wearing my golfing polo today, and I was out golfing with this guy the other day, and he said he had to change his pants. I asked him why. He said he got a hole in one. No, but seriously, you know, I wasn't golfing the other day. It's too cold outside for that. Speaking of cold, my kids were out making a snowman. And they said, you know what you get when you cross a snowman with a vampire? Frostbite. Oh, kids, I tell you what. Speaking of kids, my kids are doing this distance learning stuff right now, you know. I told them to make sure to use a pen instead of a pencil because they keep breaking their pencils. And you know, it's not worth using a broken pencil. Some people would say it's pointless. Well, remember you guys, my name's Chad, and I'm a dad. Hey guys, Mike here. Not sure who that guy was, but we're going to do a little transition now. We're going to hear a song from our very own Pat Lundberg, and then we're going to go right into a club talk by Joe Tisdall. So settle in, get comfy, and enjoy what your leaders have put together for you.
for tuning in. My name is Joanna, aka Joe, aka Joe Mama, and I have the privilege, the honor tonight of talking to you about Jesus, about God and Abad. So we're just going to recap a little bit about who Jesus is, was, and will always be. Jesus is God, and He is man. He came down from heaven as God, fully man, wrapped in a body of a baby, came to this earth so that we could do life with Him, so that He could give us an example of what life can look like when you do life with God. I made the choice to do life with God 19 years ago on a mountaintop in Colorado, and it has been crazy and wonderful and hard and amazing all rolled into one. It's been the best roller coaster ride of my life. Not always perfect, nothing is, but amazing. And I'm going to share a little bit with you tonight about what that looks like. So a little piece of my story, a little piece of my life. About 2 years ago, my dad passed away, kind of suddenly, kind of out of the blue. He had a horrific accident, fell down, hit his head, and passed away. He bled out from a tiny little cut on the top of his head, and it was one of the most trying things that I've ever had to walk through in my entire life. It was strange. It wasn't something I was ever prepared for, ever really ready for, and really, really hard and really, really awful. And I don't like thinking about it sometimes. I don't like talking about it sometimes because it brings back some of those emotions that I've dealt with, but they're really hard to walk through. And I'm going to take you back to the week that I was walking in that moment. So I got a phone call from my grandpa, who actually talked to my husband Zach, and said that my dad had passed away. And right in that moment, my heart felt like it dropped to the floor. It dropped to this pit of my stomach and just stayed there. And it stayed there for a very long time. We went back, talked to my mom, saw her. She was a mess. There were people all around, and I felt like I went into this place where everything was moving in slow motion, and there was this fog in front of me where I couldn't see clearly, where I couldn't visualize what life was supposed to look like, or what kind of path I was supposed to go on, or where the next step really was, because everything was foggy, everything was numb, and my heart wasn't beating the way that it should, because somebody who was very important to me, somebody I cared about very deeply, was taken from me, or felt like he was taken from me. And that rocked me in a way that I've never been rocked before. And I was sad. I was very sad. I was angry. I was upset. I was mad at God. I was terrified of what life was supposed to do. Now, all of the emotions all wrapped into one, and also not wanting to feel any of it. With that said, it reminds me of one of the stories in the Bible, in Matthew, about Jesus, actually. It comes from Matthew 26, and a little backstory is when Jesus was about to be arrested. So Jesus was with his buds, the disciples, and he knew what was about to happen. They were going to take him and arrest him and torture him and crucify him to the point of death. And that'll just take us there. So they go into this place called Gethsemane, and it's a garden. It starts in Matthew 26, verse 36. It says that, "Then Jesus went with his disciples to a place called Gethsemane, and he said to them, 'Sit here while I go over there and pray.' He took Peter was one of the disciples, and the two sons of Zebedee along with him, and he began to be sorrowful and troubled. Sorrowful and troubled. He was sad. He was angsty. He was upset. He was burdened with what he knew was about to happen. Then he said to him, my soul is overwhelmed with sorrow to the point of death. Stay here and keep watch with me. Come on, guys, just sit with me a little bit. This is something that I don't want to do. I'm terrified. I am sad. I don't want to do this. This is not sitting well with me. I'm wrestling with this. Going a little farther, he fell with his face to the ground and prayed, my Father, if it is possible, may this cup be taken from me, yet not as I will, but as you will. So he's pleading with God, his Father in heaven, to just, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. This can't be how this is supposed to be. This can't be what I'm supposed to do. I'm terrified. I'm sad. Then he returned to his disciples and found them sleeping. And he's like, dude, could you men not keep watch with me for 1 hour? He's upset with his buddies now, too. He's like, come on, guys, I just need you just a little bit. Please, just sit with me. Be with me. I'm sad. I don't want to do this. I know what's about to happen, but I don't want to do it. He asked Peter, watch and pray so that you will not fall into temptation. The spirit is willing, but the body is weak. He went away a second time and prayed, my Father, he does it again. My Father, if it is not possible for this cup to be taken away unless I drink it, may your will be done. Talking about the crucifixion, talking about the fact that he has to be tortured to the point of death, not wanting to do it this way, but also saying, God, if this is what I have to do, I'll do it. Your plans are better than my plans. But I'm sad. I'm upset. I've got my buds here with me. They can't even stay awake with me. They can't even do this. When he came back, he again found them sleeping because their eyes were heavy. So he left them and went away once more and prayed the third time. Again, just filled with dread, with sorrow, with pain, with agony, with all the full scale of emotions. That's why it reminds me of that moment when my dad passed away. Things that happened that I wasn't prepared for, that I didn't want to happen, that I didn't want to walk that path. I didn't want to do it that way. Seemed unfair, seemed not right. Let's talk about that just a little bit. All right, so we all know that we are kind of in a season right now, in a place right now where we're walking through some things that we don't want to do, that we can't see past what's happening right now. There's a lot of stuff going on in school, at home, in the world, at your workplace, wherever you're at. There's a lot of things that you're just like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to walk this path. I can't see beyond why did my sports get canceled. I can't see beyond my grades that I'm struggling horrendously with. I can't see beyond my parents being so angry at me at night for nothing that I've done, but because of their own circumstances. And I don't want to do this. I don't want to do it anymore. I've got an example here for you. Let's pretend for a second that this is those circumstances, that this is the situation, that this is all the things that we're kind of holding on to right now, trying to keep in control, walking our own path, seeing all of this stuff in front of us, and just trying to navigate well, trying to dodge the things we don't want to do, trying to do the things that we kind of have to do but still don't want to do, trying to get a hold of all the emotional turmoil that's out there, and just holding on to this so tight, and it seems undoable, and it's something that we don't want to do and can't see our way out of. I struggle sometimes with this, my friends. I struggle with trying to control my own circumstances, trying to control my own emotional turmoil, and just I feel like sometimes if I just hold on to this a little tighter, and if I just move it this way, or if I just go one way and maybe this way, then it'll all work out. If I just pray a little bit harder, if I do all the right things, then life will work out. If I do it my way, if I control this, then everything will work out. But the thing is my control just messes things up sometimes. And these circumstances, these emotions, this stuff gets weighty. It's almost like there's a big weight that sits on top of my control right here. And it just starts to get heavy and burdensome and tiring. And I don't want to do this, and I can't see a way out of this. And this past seems really drudging and tiring, and it just starts to get heavy that all of a sudden I drop it, or it falls, or it's so heavy that I don't even know what to do anymore, and I fall apart. I break down. Just like basketball, there's a powerful move. It's so simple, but this is the path that we decide to take. And if we just pivot over to God and pass the ball to Him, I'm going to have Mike be my Jesus or my God over here. Just pass it over to Him, release it. It's like, there's less weight. There's less problems. I feel free. I can love better. I can feel peace. I can feel joy. I can feel all of the things that letting go of that stuff does. And that's what God tells us to do. He says that He can give us His peace that passes all the understanding in the entire universe by letting Him take control of our world. Instead of doing all this stuff over here, trying to dodge things, trying to just do it our way, and being burdened down and being filled with weight and uncontrollable circumstances, we just pivot, pass it off to Him. There's this mantra. When I was going through my stuff with my dad, trying to figure all that stuff out, I had some amazing friends that helped me, that led me to counseling, that helped me to realize that I can't do this by myself, that helped me to pray, that literally dug a hole in the roof and laid me at the feet of Jesus so that I could let go of all the stuff that I was carrying, let go of all that weight so that I could pivot to what God was really trying to do in my heart. See, we try to fill up all this stuff in our world with doing all the things. The things are good, you guys. But instead of focusing on doing all the things, turning to God and saying, God, what are you trying to do? What are you trying to show me? Maybe there's something in this season right now. Maybe He's trying to undo something that's deep in your heart. Maybe He's trying to show you that, there's some control that He wants you to let go of. Maybe He's trying to show you that there's some anger or some unforgiveness or something that's in your heart that's causing you to try to do all these things and be upset and be bitter and be angry and numb out with sex, drugs, or alcohol or whatever, you guys. Maybe He's trying to show you that if you just release it, if you just let go, if you just turn to God's purpose for your life, if you turn and say, God, I can't do this anymore. Do you want to hear something? You know what the best prayer you can pray is? I hear a lot from people, I don't know how to pray. I can't pray out loud. I don't know how to do that. You know what the best prayer you can pray is? An honest prayer. An honest prayer. God, I don't want to do this. God, I can't do this. God, I'm mad at you. God, this isn't supposed to be happening like this. God, I need your help. God, I need you. God, I need you. Do you know something else? You know what the third most Googleable question is on the internet about God? You know what that is? Why does God hate me? Why does God hate me? Third most Googleable question on the internet about God. Why does God hate me? God doesn't hate you. God doesn't do these things to you. Yeah, but He lets them happen. You're right, He does. But if you maybe turn to what He's trying to do in your heart, what He's trying to heal inside of you, what He's trying to undo in your insides, not just out here, but on your insides, maybe there's something there. How could a God that's so good allow all these bad things to happen? maybe you don't see the big picture yet. Maybe there's something over here that you are so powerless to see because you're so focused on your own path, on your own circumstances, on your own stuff that's happening. Or if you just do the mantra I was going to tell you, pray, trust, release, find peace. Pray to God. God, I can't do this anymore. I'm so mad. I'm so sad. Trust that He's going to help heal your heart, that He's going to help maybe do something inside of you. Maybe not change those circumstances right away, but do something on the inside so that you are more capable of handling what's going on outside. Maybe He's trying to do that, so then you can trust that He will do that, and then you let it go, so that His peace can rest upon you, so that you can find real joy, not happiness, but God, joy. Pour yourself out. Pray. Pour it out. Number 2, tell yourself the truth. Be truthful to what is actually happening. Be truthful about what's going on. Don't go around saying, I'm fine, I'm fine, I'm fine, it's fine, I'm good, I'm fine, I'm fine. Do you know how Minnesota nice that is? I'm fine, yep. How you doing today? I'm fine. How's school? Fine. How are your parents? Oh, fine. If you say that enough, you start to believe it. And then you don't even know what's happening. Be truthful to yourself, and then friends that you can trust too. Vulnerable. Trust. Pray. Trust. Release it. Find some peace, you guys. There's nothing wrong with not being fine. It's okay to not be okay sometimes. But to get out of the not okayness is to just continually trust. That's how faith is built. That is how we build faith. Faith is trust. That's how you trust the Lord, when you continually release it and see Him do a work on the inside of you, so that you live in greater freedom, so that you live in greater peace, so that you live in greater love, so that He can even do things through your life. I am just a knucklehead standing up here because God did work in my life, in my heart. Do I live a perfect life? No. But God lives in here. And when I let Him take control, when I let Him lead my path, when I listen to that still small voice inside of me so that I can do the things that He wants me to do, boy, that's awesome. And then I'm used, and I'm like, me? Why would anybody want to use me? I mess up so many times, you guys. All the time, every single day. But He uses me anyway. Pray. Trust, release, find peace. Jesus did not come to find perfection in us. He didn't come to help people who think they're okay. Jesus is the ultimate physician. He will meet you in your pain and your problems, and He'll sit with you. Just like Jesus was asking His friends to sit with Him in His pain, His sorrow, His sadness. He'll sit with you. He'll cry with you. But then when that's done, we're going to release it and let His peace cover us. Mike's going to play a song right now. I want you to just listen to the song, read the words, let it sink in a little bit. And there you go.
If I didn't know what it hurt like to be broken, then how would I know what it feels like to be whole? If I didn't know what it cuts like to be rejected, then I wouldn't know the joy of coming home. Maybe it's okay if I'm not okay, 'cause the one who holds the world is holding on to me. Maybe it's alright if I'm not alright, 'cause the one who holds the stars is holding my whole life. If I didn't know what it looked like to be dirty, then I wouldn't know what it feels like to be clean. And if all of my shame hadn't drove me to hide in the shadows, then I wouldn't know the beauty of being free. Maybe it's okay if I'm not okay, 'cause the one who holds the world is holding on to me. Maybe it's alright if I'm not alright, 'cause the one who holds the stars is holding my whole life. Father, let your kingdom come, let your will be done here in my heart as in heaven. Father, let your kingdom come, let your will be done here in my heart as in heaven. Maybe it's okay if I'm not okay, 'cause the one who holds the world is holding on to me. Maybe it's alright if I'm not alright, 'cause the one who holds the stars is holding my whole life. Now I'm alive in you, bursting at the seams. And now I'm alive and I can see you in everything. Maybe it's okay if I'm not okay.
Hope you guys enjoyed that song. And it's okay to not be okay, because it teaches us something. It does something, it does a work in our heart. And just remember that when we focus so much on whatever's going on in our world, whatever's happening out there, we lose sight of what God is trying to do over here. Pivot to His purpose, pray about it. Trust that He's going to do something. Let it go, release it, find peace. I'll pray with you guys. Hey God, thank you so much for today. Thank you for allowing us to do this virtual Young Life Club today, God. I pray that your words will ring true in our hearts, that they will make a difference today, tomorrow, this week, forever, Lord. Help us to find your peace in the letting go. Help us to remember that it's okay to not be okay, and that you'll sit with us, you'll cry with us. Help us to know your truth, that you are a good, loving God, that you don't hate us, and that you're working all things together for good, for us who love you. In Jesus' mighty awesome name we pray, amen. Thanks, guys.